Hello guys and welcome to today's video. This is an explanational video where I'll be covering everything that we need to know before start of our program. Remember that this week is a preparational week where we have to buy all the ingredients that we need, all the supplements that we need, and have a knowledge and understanding what exactly we have to do to achieve the best success of our program. In this video, we'll cover number one, detox, the main purpose and how to use the detox juices that I send you in a group. Number two, we'll cover supplements, exactly which one we need, the concentration. Number three, calories, your total calorie intake, how to calculate and find out exactly how much calories you need per day. And number four, the few tips about the workout. So let's start with the number one, the actual detox. Again, detox means cleaning up the system from the inside out. In this world that we have a lot of toxins everywhere in the air, in the water, especially in the food, all these additives, preservatives, pesticides, insecticides, artificial sugars, meat and fat, trans fat, so stress that we have in our life. So those stress actually make us more ill, more acidic. So if we talk about the detox, you need to know something about pH scale. So the pH stands for potential hydrogen in our body, and this is the balance between acid and here we can put the alkaline. Alkaline. Again, the full video I will do in a few weeks about the detox, and it's going to be very nice, but today it's only for you just to explain how everything works and why do we need to do this. So this scale runs from the 0 all the way to 14, and you were born with 7.36. So that's where you originally supposed to be. 7.36 on the pH scale. But the problem is that the life that we have right now, the stress that we have, again, medications, the food that we have, a fried food, all these preservatives, all these things that makes us more acidic. So every single year, throughout our life, our body gets a little bit more and more acidic, and 95% of all diseases come from acidity. High blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, osteoporosis, fibromyalgia. So 95% of all known health problems that actually comes from acidity or our lifestyle. And the problem is that instead of the changing our lifestyle, we're taking the medication that only treat the symptom and not the root cause of the problem. So the main purpose of the detox is to help our body to get back to the normal ratio, which is 7.36. And I will send it to you the food list with the alkaline food that we have to eat more of this food throughout our program that help us to realkaline the system, to clean our system and our body. So number one problem that affects of the bad food choices, the fried food, Coca-Cola, juices, sugars, like everything that we know that is bad for us. The number one thing that is affecting our body is actually our digestion. So I will write here something that looks like a column. So imagine that this is your intestinal tract, right? So this is your intestine. Inside of your intestine, you have little hairs called microvilli. So the hairs help you to move food throughout your intestine, all right? And by the enzymes, we break down food into the smaller pieces that gets absorbed by your blood. So the blood goes through your intestinal tract and pick up all the nutrients that you eat. And when, let's say, you have a lot of stress, number one area that stress affect your body is actually your digestion. And also you have to know something about the immune system, that 67% of your immune system also located in your intestinal tract. Right, so when we eat bad food choices, again, cereal that we have something called PhD and PHA, which is a preservative. The same preservative that you can find in your makeup. That's why makeup lasts you forever. So those preservatives that you can find in a cereal when you eat in the morning will stay in your intestine up to 3 years if you don't clean your system. That's exactly the main purpose of the detox. And those chemicals are actually stuck here, and the microvilli cannot remove them from your intestinal tract. And those chemicals, again, they make your body more acidic. And when you have a lot of acidity in your intestine, you have a mucus or mucoid plaque. So the mucus, when you have a lot of mucus, the hairs cannot move the food anymore. So what's going on with the food? It just stays there. So the food stays there. And imagine that I put one of your meal into the garbage bin, and I put garbage bin under the sun for 1 day. And imagine if you open the bin, how does it smell, right? So the bad smelling breath, bad smelling body, the food releasing toxins into your system. And when the food is rotting and releasing the toxins, this area gets more and more acidic. It's also a high chance that we might have some gastrointestinal problems and even cancer. The most common cancer in the world is actually colon cancer. And the main problem is because of the food that we have and the chemicals and preservatives that makes our intestine more acidic. Then all this acidity gets absorbed by your blood. Remember that your blood passes through your intestine to pick up all the nutrients, and inside of your blood you have little platelets. So the platelets, inside of the platelets, they're positively charged, and on the outside they're negatively charged. Like imagine if I put two parts of a magnet together, it's gonna repair, right? So it's gonna keep your blood nice and thin, but all these chemicals and acidity would restrict the negative charges, because we need the oxygen to be more alkaline, and the acidity actually restrict the oxygen supply into our blood. So those negative charges actually they carry the oxygen that vitally important for our health, and we only have positive charges in our blood. And again, what's going to happen if you put plus to plus with a magnet, right? So the platelets in your blood, they would bunch together and stick to each other, and what's going to happen with the thickness of your blood is going to go up, right? So that's where we have a high blood pressure. And when we have a high blood pressure, what do? We take a medication, and the medication is a pure form of acid. So that makes your body even more acidic. Imagine if you put acid on your skin, it's going to burn. So the same if you put acid in your system, it's going to burn, and it's going to burn your arterial walls, which called arteriosclerosis. Your liver also produces about 70% of your cholesterol. Remember that we have two types of the cholesterol, LDL, HDL. So the liver start overly producing the cholesterol to fill up the gaps in your arterial walls, like, you know, the scab on your skin after you burn it. But what's going on with the scab? It comes off. So the same with your cholesterol plaques. The cholesterol comes off, and it's also, that's number one reason why people have a heart attack and stroke, because the cholesterol plaques build on the arterial walls. So number one thing that we have to focus on is to clean our intestinal tract, and the only way we can do that by realkalizing the system, easier your digestion, without meat, at least 3 days. 3 days, honestly, it's like very little. It makes very little difference. Ideally, your detox program has to be from 3 to 6 months if you want to fully realkaline the system and repair all the systems that you have in your body, because your cell lives about 180 days or 3 months. So if you want to regenerate your cell, you have to do a detox for at least 3 months. But because the main purpose of our program, not only just to improve the health, it's more for elder people, but we just want to lose weight. So how the detox program can help us to lose weight? So number one thing, again, when we have a lot of food, undigested food inside of our intestinal tract, your intestine has ability to increase in size 3 times more than original size. So your intestine can become bigger up to 3 times more. So all this food that's stuck in your intestine actually pushes the wall from the inside, and that's how you end up by having a big belly. So if you have parents, grandparents that have a big bellies, especially for the men, because they have a little bit different digestive enzymes. So it's because of the undigested food that's stuck inside of the colon, and be very careful because it might cause all the problems with our health. Right, so the realkalizing the system and cleaning the system will help us to improve our digestion, right? We get rid of the acidity, and we also will remove the mucus. So next meals that you're going to be eating after your detox program, it's going to be easier to absorb, because when you have a mucus, also you absorb very little of the nutrients. About 16% of the nutrients on average we absorb from the one plate. Just imagine. So imagine like your body needs a protein, macros and micros, and you absorb only 16% from the food that you eat. So what's going to happen if you don't have enough nutrients? Your body will push you and producing the hormones, the ghrelin, this is the hunger hormone that stimulate you to eat more and more food. So that's why, we finish a meal and we're still feeling hungry. Why? Because of the mucus, because we can't absorb enough nutrients. Also, a life hack, how to control your appetite and not overeating. Before your main meal, just eat something before 15 minutes, and that the food that comes inside will release your digestive enzymes, will break down food into the glucose that will increase your insulin level, and you don't feel that hungry anymore. So 15 minutes before the main meal, you eat something little, some snacks, nuts, a green apple, and it will help you to control your appetite. Right, so when we understand that the detox help us with our digestive system, but how also it can help us with the weight loss. So it's very important to understand that if you want to burn fat, right, the only organ that can help us to burn our fat is our liver. Right, so the liver breaks down fat, as you remember from the video, into the sugar, into the glucose, to feed our muscle or muscular glycogen, right? So we break down fat into the glycogen to feed our muscles. And that's why we need to exercise, to utilize the extra sugar. Right, so when we have a toxins in our body, we also have something called lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is the actual drain that will drain all the toxins, because all the toxins go into your liver, and the lymphatic system will drain all the toxins from your liver to keep in a little storage cells. And those storage cells, our lymph nodes, are located, 80% of the lymph nodes are located in your midsection. Let's say this is the human body. Up. And we have lymph nodes right here on our neck, on the arms, especially ladies, they have a lot of lymph nodes over here, and the chest, and again 80% of the lymph nodes located over here on your low handles, your belly for the men, on your hips, on the thighs, on your groin. And when those lymph nodes get full of toxins, the extra toxins, they have limited capacity. So the only place these toxins can go is actually our fat cells. And to protect your fat cell from the acidity, your body sends the water, because the water is your natural protection. Let's say you're running and you twist your ankle, you will notice that it swells after a couple of minutes. So your body sends the water. You have intracellular water that inside of the fat cell, and your body sends the water to the outside of the fat cell to protect and hold the acidity. Right here. And a huge problem right now that when we exercising, we can't use the fat anymore, because to break down fat, we need the three most important ingredients. First of all, the oxygen supply. The oxygen cannot penetrate the water. Try to breathe underwater. You can't, right? Because of the water shell, we can supply the oxygen and break down fat into sugar. And if we can't use our fat anymore, what your body will gonna do? If you need the sugar, you're gonna eat this sugar. So it's very important to clean the system from all these toxins to help our fat cell break down back into the sugar. And also those toxins affect your liver. Your liver has about 575 metabolic functions. So when your liver gets full of toxins, imagine like you have a car filter and you never clean your car filter or car engine, right? So it's going to be very hard for your liver to process all the food and help you with your metabolism. So your metabolism go down as well. You feel more tired. You don't have energy. And that's exactly why we need to do the detox. And again, how we need to do the detox? If those toxins and chemicals that we can find in the food, the stress, the medication, the air, the water we drink, the products that we put on our skin, because the skin is the largest organ and absorbs everything, and it goes to your blood, again, back into your liver. So if those chemicals makes your body more acidic on a pH scale, we have to compensate this acidity by realkalizing the system. And again, I will send you the examples of the food that will help you to alkaline the system. So when we are alkalizing the system, again, it's very important to drink a lot of water. The water has a neutral pH, 7.3, and it's very important when you detoxify your body get rid of all these toxins using 4 channels of elimination: respiration, urination, breathing, and excreting. So to release all the toxins, we need to drink plenty of water. So the water is vitally important, not only in your metabolism, we also need to hydrate yourself, and the water actually helps us to flush out all the toxins, but we have to break them down by having a lot of alkaline ingredients in our food. And also the sauna can help you. Again, drink plenty of water, and that's how we slowly will help you to get rid of all the toxins. And again, when we cleaning our body from all those toxins, we don't need to hold the extracellular water. And again, when you have a lot of extracellular water, no matter what you do, you can burn the fat from these areas. So where you have the lymph nodes, underneath your neck, arms, chest, low handles, belly, hips, the thighs, you cannot break down the fat from those areas, and you only losing the weight. Even if you try to do everything to lose the weight and you put yourself on a strict diet, you exercising like crazy, you will only lose fat from your face, from your lower arms, lower legs, because you don't have lymph nodes in those areas, and you will break down a lot of muscles, because your body don't need these muscles, because it's the most metabolic tissue in our body. Right, so when we get rid of the toxins, we can use our fat, break down into sugar to feed more muscles, so we have more energy in our body. And because we don't have the water retention, we also have a more oxygen supply for our cells, so it will help us with that cell regeneration. So it will also help you, ladies, with your skin. Guys, it will help us to build more muscles, and obviously it will help us to burn our fat. So that's the main purpose of the detox. Sorry if it was a little bit complicated. I will make a full video with explanation and the examples, what makes us actually more acidic, how we can avoid that and keep our health. And again, if it's not only help you with your weight loss, but also it will help you to have a perfect health. If you want to live long and happy life, don't take medications, take care of your health, eat the right food, alkaline your body, and do the detox program. All right, so it was about the detox, and you can see in those juices that I send you, those smoothies that we're gonna drink, start from the Friday, all the ingredients are actually alkaline. Again, almond milk, almonds, vegan protein, spinach, highly alkaline. So all those ingredients will help us to, at least for 3 days to help our liver get rid of the toxins, help our digestion, and will make us feel much better. So next week when we start, we will absorb nutrients a little bit better. We'll also have better digestion, we'll have more energy, we'll have more oxygen that will a little bit boost our fat burning process. I honestly wanted to recommend you some of the products that actually help you with the detox. I sell on board some of the detox program, but I don't have this products here, and honestly I'm still looking for better products that we can use on a daily basis to help us realkaline the system for at least 3 to 6 months. But I'm still looking at this. For now, we can go like with a natural way by drinking smoothies that makes our body more alkaline. All right. So, and after 3 days, you have an option. You can continue another 3 days. Again, those smoothies you can drink 3 to 6 days. But when I started, first time I did those smoothies, I felt, it's quite hard in the beginning because I love meat, and if you're vegetarian, maybe it's going to be a little bit easier for you. And after 3 days, when we finish our program, and I will send you 7-day eating plan, the examples of the food and the meals, we'll also put in this program 1 smoothie a day. So for example, you have a breakfast, one breakfast, then you have, let's say you have 3 normal meals, right? You have a breakfast, you have your lunch, you have your dinner. And what are we gonna do? Here we put our detox juice, and here we'll have a snack. Again, in your detox program, in recipes of the smoothies, you'll find the snacks. So you have 2 juices a day, 2 snacks, and 1 full dinner with the meat or fish with the vegetables. All right. So again, if you have some questions, just message me. I try to make it as clear as possible, the purpose and how we need to do that. Again, if, for example, you're working on a Friday, you can change a little bit. So for example, in the morning before you go to work, you prepare yourself 1 smoothie, and then instead of the dinner with the meat and vegetables, you just, let's say here we have smoothie, 1 smoothie, 2, second one. Here we have snack, and a dinner, right? So for example, you're working and you can just change. You just put your dinner on your lunch, and this smoothie will go inside of your dinner, and you keep those snacks. Again, the best examples of the snacks, just few nuts, again, like handful of almonds, for example, and grapefruit, because it's also healthy with your liver. It's slightly alkaline, even though acidic, but this acidity will transform into the alkaline in our stomach. Right, so again, if you have any questions, just message me. And if, let's say, you can't find some of the ingredients for the detox smoothie, again, message me. I will give you the optional one, what you can change to keep those smoothie alkaline and have all the benefits. Right, so let's start with the next part, which is our supplements.